We're gonna lay around in the, I don't think we're gonna do the hard version of, this yet, but maybe we do the, easy version very briefly.
Alright.
We're gonna try... Oh, I forgot that there can be, I forgot that there can be traps here. We're just gonna try to go,
Yeah.
Ready.
Endure.
counterclockwise.
Done.
I think most of these items are, useless. And that we pick up here.
I'm gone.
Thankfully, we do seem to be able to,
Ignis hears you.
whack these, easy ones quite quickly. Yeah, I'm fairly certain this stuff is useless. Let me get like one of each item though, just in case.
I'm gone.
I also don't know if, the
I'm gone.
easy one is, the easy difficulty of this thing is randomly generated or not. I know the, yeah, the hard one is. Curious that this is, cursed. Even though it seems to be like a good item.
I'm gone.
Huh?
I'm here.
I hear your words.
Alright, we're gonna continue the counterclockwise rotation. Hey, Kaz! Welcome, welcome. We're in kind of a boring part of the game. Hopefully this little part doesn't last too long.
Alright.
How may it shall be done? What is thy bidding?
I'm gone.
Alright, where are we going? Oh. Is this where we needed to
I'm
go?
gone.
Hey, maybe this is the right one. You see, greetings. Oh yeah, here we go. Greetings, the creature speaks with a monotone, sexless voice. I have some questions. The creature continues to look at you blankly. State your question. Who are you? We are Modron. Your name is Modron? We are Modron. We do not have a name. We are Modron. All that you see here are Modron. We are one. How do you tell one from another? There's a pause as the Modron considers your question. We know. We are Modron. We are part of the whole. Just as you recognize the hand that is part of the arm, we recognize each part of the whole. What about you, the individual? The Modron looks confused and pauses for a second. The heated buzzing sound fills the room, but quickly passes. We are Modron. We are part of the whole. The whole is Modron. There is no other. What's a quadrone? Within our race, we are identified as type quadrone. What's this place? This is the Rubicon Dungeon Construct Project. What exactly is that? The Modron begins to emit a soft humming sound as it answers you. Rubicon. Project goal is to determine the dynamics, both social and asocial, surrounding the environment commonly construed as a dungeon, and to attempt to explain the aberrations that tend to occur in such environments. What aberrations are you talking about? Queries to be answered. What attracts people to dungeons? Why do people often seek to enter them if they are places of such danger? Why are dungeons there in the first place? What are the dynamics of a workable dungeon? We do not understand. It pauses. I do not. You started to say I instead of we. The Modron gives you a concerned look, then glances about the room. You are in error. We are Modron. We are the whole. We will not discuss this. I know what I heard. You started to say I and the Modron frowns at you. You hear a hint of anger in its voice as it answers you. No. We are Modron. We are part of the whole. We will not discuss this further. An angry buzzing fills the room, then subsides. How do I get out of here? It hesitates before answering. Exit unavailable. Project halted. The room is filled with a confused buzzing sound that suddenly stops. What project? What are you talking about? Rubicon is capable of forming a series of rooms linked in such a fashion as to form what is commonly referred to as a dungeon. Each dungeon can have one of 3 difficulty settings: easy, normal, or hard. The dungeon is populated with monsters, traps, and treasure, according to the difficulty level chosen. After creation, the dungeon can be fully explored. What is that humming sound? Rubicon is a worthy accomplishment and pauses for a moment. We are content. Okay, there's a significant pause before the Modron answers you. Request denied. Project halted due to accident. What accident? Dungeon contracts became unstable. Cause uncertain. Failsafes activated, causing dungeon to collapse. Cause uncertain. Portal lens malfunctioned, causing contact with home planes of Mechanist to be severed. Cause uncertain. Reset of dungeon necessary. Why don't you reset it? Reset can only be initiated by Project Director. Project Director disintegrated. Portal lens has malfunctioned and contact with Mechanist severed. Cannot acquire a replacement director from Mechanist. Let me get this straight. You can't reset without a director, but you can't get a director without resetting. The Modron looks worried and begins to fidget. Assessment correct. Project halted. Look, I'm an adventurer now. I've been through some dungeons in my day. Why not let me be your director? The room is suddenly filled with a buzzing sound that just as suddenly subsides. Assistants welcome. You are now project director. Advise on next task. Reset the dungeon. Initializing reset. The room is filled with a low, thrumming sound that can be felt rather than heard. Collapsing existing dungeon. Sound rises in power until the floor begins to vibrate. Initializing new dungeon. The sound rises in volume until you think your head is about to explode. Suddenly the room goes quiet. Reset complete. Dungeon construct status easy. Awaiting further instructions. Rubicon can form a gateway to other locations by temporarily attaching itself to known existing portals. This effect is known as a portal lens. This allows use of the portal from within Rubicon without traveling to the portal location. So if I know of a portal, I can go to its destination from here? Correct. Change it to hard. Collapsing current dungeon. The room fills with a low thrumming sound. Initializing new dungeon. The floor begins to vibrate, then all is quiet. Dungeon created. Awaiting further instructions, director. Any dangers associated with the Rubicon that I should be aware of? Yes, Director. Do not become separated from any companions while in the maze. If the maze were to be reset, or a new difficulty setting chosen, anyone left in the maze would be killed. I see I will not reform my party in the maze. Anything else?
My journal.
Yes, Director. Do not drop items or equipment in the maze. If the maze were to be reset, or a new difficulty chosen, any items left in the maze would be destroyed.
Updated my journal.
Anything else? Nope. Okay. Okay, so we can turn and leave there as we wish, as long as we get to that guy. That part of the dungeon.
I'm gone.
Okay, if I'm going to do the dungeon, I want to leave Ignis behind. There will be a character there. I think the actual dungeon itself is very annoying and long. One thing I want to make sure is that the game didn't bug, because I know I can do that. If you've modded it, I have a mod which is theoretically supposed to avoid that, and it looks like it is, because like my the map is not unexplored anymore. But let me just check one more thing. Yeah, okay, that seems to have worked correctly. Okay,
All right.
yeah, I think I will do that, do the actual dungeon, off stream, at least until I get to an interesting part in it, because it's just that one room, like, repeated over and over and over again with enemies.
I'm gone.
Alright, so let's go back to where we were here. We're gonna start talking to people in the fest hall. I guess one reason to do it now would be that there is a companion that you can get from it. And that would make it so that any new, like, experience I get would be with that new character moving forward. That's actually worth consideration. I think what I'll do is I will go until the end of the stream with this party, and then off stream I'll finish that dungeon and get the character.
All right.
Hey, we haven't talked to her yet. The woman before you is incredibly attractive. There's some intangible aura about her that makes you want to speak to her. As you step up to her, she glances at you coyly, then gives a knowing smile. Nod, or greetings. You want something, yes? She hisses the yes, drawing it out slowly, sensually, from between her teeth. I can help. Name your desire and I shall provide it. I love the fest hall. The woman ignores Mort, her eyes locked with yours. She smiles, awaiting your response. I want weapons of power. She studies your face. If you truly desire these things, then you must first answer this request to satisfy me. You must tell me the ways in which you want these items. Speak to me your craving, and I shall speak to you of the price. As you speak, her smile fades, and she leans forward attentively, her eyes ravaging your features as you speak. Her presence compels you to speak more than you normally would, and after a few moments, your eyes flutter closed as she gives a sharp intake of breath. Suddenly, your desire begins to wane. Your want slowly drains out of you, leaving only a cold emptiness in its wake. She opens her eyes again as you stop speaking. What is wrong, traveler? Do you no longer want these things? No, I mean, yet, what have you done to me? She seems perplexed. Whatever do you mean? Despite her innocent demeanor, you're certain something unnatural has occurred. She has somehow siphoned off some part of your desire, stolen it away from you, for some ghastly collection of wants, or perhaps to feed upon. Had you finished speaking of your desire, you're certain it would have been lost forever to you. Come now. Is there something else you want then? Tell me of it. I wonder if maybe she will end up being part of a quest later, perhaps? I also wonder if it matters which thing we request of her. Okay. I'm assuming this doesn't really matter. What do you have that I might want? All that you want lies within my reach. What little I do not possess, I can obtain. Okay, what if I say her? She moistens her lips and smiles, and you feel your chest lurch, as if something had plunged their hand into you and was pulling at your insides. A simple request. Okay.
All right.
Well, I no longer want her, that's good.
All right.
Okay. I think this may not be necessary.
Done.
But there was a guy, because I think what he gives us is the same thing we ended up either buying somewhere or finding somewhere.
Done.
Speaking of the frost mug, but there's a guy who can't stop drinking, so maybe we can convince her to go see him, or convince him to go see her. Yeah, there's someone you should speak to, unfulfilled desire. You can find her in the Civic Fest Hall. Talk to her of your love for drink. You'll soon find you won't want it any longer. His eyes brighten. Truly? I shall go speak to her now then. I thank you, sir. He pauses, looking down at his mug. Here. I would have you take this. I need it no longer. Okay, yeah. I guess that's a way of, like, another way of getting the mug. Or, like, a way of getting the mug without needing to pay for it.
All right.
Alright, we can presumably go talk to more people.
All right.
I've noticed that the music is like, oh, there it is, okay. Keeps like going off and on.
I'm gone.
Okay, she doesn't seem to have any questions to ask her. Had some questions. She frowns, looking away from you for a moment. Knowledge, such a thing I do not seek to deal in. Okay. Presumably that's all she's looking for. Door is locked, you need a key. Door is locked, you need a key.
Why not?
Oh. Hey, lockpicking actually works here. I wonder if this is gonna get me in trouble. I also wonder if I can go in here, if I may, for free if I'm a Sensate. I have a vague memory of needing a handkerchief to get a drop of blood on for something. Seems like I already have one though.
Ready. Hi, what you be wanting? I know.
Alright, let's see what's in this room. Okay, well no one got mad at us in the other room, but there was no one actually there. I'm wondering if these people will get mad at us. Doesn't look like it. Not much there.
Do you want to put me in your inventory?
Also locked, I need a key.
Might as well.
I'm wondering if this one is... Okay, yeah, this mechanism that operates this door does not have a conventional lock. It may be warded against spells. Okay, so I have a couple choices here. I can do the Modron dungeon. I could go to the Foundry, or I could become a Sensate and try to get into the Sensoriums. I think I want to do the Sensates first. And do the Foundry last. Okay. Oops. I didn't mean to leave there. Yeah, we're pretty much done all the quests that we went to. These are equal quests. I don't think we'll be doing. This is our main quest, which we don't fully know how to do yet. And then this we're waiting on for a little bit. Alright, let's do a before Sensate save here. And see if we can become one. Huh. I feel like I didn't have that conversation dialogue previously about the lecture halls, but they don't seem to say much super relevant. Okay. Oh, we can go to the public sensorium before we actually before we actually become a sensate. So let's do that. Okay, these are sensate guides, but unnamed. This man's gentle voice complements his calm and refined demeanor. Greetings, are you here to use one of the sensory stones? That's some questions. The man nods. This is the public sensorium, whose chambers hold recorder or sensory stones. Each of the stones contains a particular sensation, or set of sensations, which a user can experience for his or herself. A sensate is free to use them at their leisure, while visitors must pay a small fee. Does this answer your question? Okay, we're a visitor, so they would charge us. Okay, so much for that. Let's go back and become a Sensate member so we can use them for free. Okay, what if I already was a sensate? I haven't come to this place in a long time, but I assure you, I was a sensate. Splinter bends down to examine you more closely. We do not recognize you, but we see no lies dripping from your tongue. Very well. We shall grant you access to those privileges only allowed to members of the Society of Sensation, if you can show us what sensations you have gathered recently. Interesting. I wonder if this, avoids me actually becoming a sensate. Anyway, we would ask for 5 sensations then, each pertaining to one of the body's senses, or a single experience which has strong elements of all 5 senses. I'd have a single experience to contribute then. I woke up, not knowing where I was, on a cold, blood-slicked iron slab in the bowels of the mortuary, a place where only the dustmen, or corpses in their care, have seen. Splinter nods. Go on. My entire body reeked of embalming fluid, but even the smell of that was not enough to match the coppery scent of gore around me. Dozens of bodies lie on countless bloody slabs like the one I rose from, all in the process of being gutted, flayed, and the like by nightmarish clockwork devices for reasons unknown. The only sounds were the squeals of labored metal and the unsteady tread of undead workers as they pushed the slabs about the mortuary on rusted iron tracks. He nods. A disturbing experience. And I even left out the part about the chattering skull that flew at me as soon as I was upright. Will it suffice, Splinter? Yes. We welcome you back, traveler, and grant you access to privileges allowed only to members of the Society of Sensation. Interesting, I kept no faction allegiance. I wonder if, there's any benefit to that.
Gained an ability.
Okay, yeah, so I can, okay, yeah, I can become one. I wonder if there's any benefit to becoming one or not becoming one. Let me see here. I guess there's a tattoo you can get if you become one. Doesn't seem like there's anything super good or bad.
All right.
Okay. Let's go with the bluff option then. Avoid committing to becoming a sensate. Buy something. Okay. Oh, we can't steal him. I should cast Friends before I do anything. Oh, this is interesting. Powered Blind. This spell blinds up to 100 hit points of creatures within 15 feet from the specified target. Blindness spreads outward from the center, affecting creatures with the lowest HP totals first. Those with more than 100 HP are not affected. The spell's effects duration depend on the number of hit points affected. Blah blah. Interesting. No saving throw. That's kind of interesting. Can I even cast level 8 spells? Probably not yet. No, I can't even cast level 7 spells yet. Speaking of, I seem to have gotten a few more, couple more spell slots here. Dakan needs spells as well. Okay, I don't see any reason to buy that just this second. Okay, let's go to the public sensorium.
All right.
Oh, you know what? I want to check something to make sure I can get the key, having bluffed. I'm a little worried that if I could end up. I mean, I'm certain I wouldn't soft lock myself, but especially since I have a fix pack installed. Let's double check here. Oh yeah, here we go. The attractive young woman smiles pleasantly. "Greetings, sir." She closes her eyes and flips through a large ledger, stopping at what seems to be a random page, and opening her eyes once more. Here's your room key. Ian sees a small key. "The easternmost chamber has been waiting quite some time for your return. Would you like to rest now?" "No, but what do you mean waiting for my return?" He gives you a strange look. "My ledger indicates this is your key, sir. And it has been for a good long time. If that is not so, then perhaps I'm merely mistaken. Would you like to rest?" Not just yet. Okay, got the key. So I can go in there. I think I'm going to do the sensoriums first, though.
Done.
Well, this probably doesn't actually matter what order I do this in. What do I have here?
I'm gone. All right.
Alright, some containers. You can see a small enclosed patio through these glass doors. Oh, interesting, there's a container hiding back here. Just copper, though. Right. Oh, spells. High quality stiletto. That's not actually particularly useful for anything. I wonder if there's any reason to friends casts on the caster, right? Yeah, so I don't think there's any reason to have anyone else learn friends. Chromatic orb, I think everybody already knows. Yeah. Identify. Because it doesn't hurt for other people to learn it. Shield. So this lasts longer, but does less of a buff than the shield spell that I'm currently using. And again, I guess it doesn't hurt to learn it, even if I don't end up using it. A blind. Pacify.
All right.
High quality stiletto, don't know why on earth I would need that at this point in the game. Some charms.
All right.
Dodecahedron. This charm I think we can just sell. Same with that one. That can do a lot of buffs. Alright, level 5. Okay, Dakan doesn't have any level 5 spells. Let's give him this. Not that it's a super good one or anything.
I'm gone.
There's no lock, latch, or other obvious way to open the sealed storage closet.
Aye? Why not?
Okay. Alright, let's check out this dodecahedron we got. This heavy dodecahedron, about the size of both your fists balled together, seems inexplicably familiar to you. Its texture is cold and smooth. But whether it's metal or stone, you cannot tell. A certain, almost untangible tension runs over the object, as if it were ready to spring into the air at any moment. Examine it closely. Upon closer examination, you realize that each side of the dodecahedron is a plate that can be twisted clockwise or counterclockwise. It appears to be a puzzle box, or a combination lock, as each of the pentagonal plates has 5 possible positions. The dodecahedron has no less than 240,140,625 settings. It would take every second of the next 77 odd years to hit all the combinations, but then you might just get lucky and stumble upon a solution in minutes. Fiddle with it for a bit. As you methodically twist the cold gray facets of the dodecahedron, a strange sensation forms at the base of your skull. Your hands seem to move of their own accord, turning the object and spinning its facets with mechanical precision. You've done this before. You knew the combinations once. And you've also become aware that there's a certain danger within the object, whether it's from simple traps or something less mundane. You cannot recall. In moments, you have what might be the first 4 sides locked into the proper places. As you begin to twist the 5th side of the dodecahedron, you recall a cutting blade trap that would snap out to lash at a meddler's hands, slashing their wrists and severing fingers. You avoid the trap with the proper number of rotations, certain you've made progress in unraveling the object's secret. After avoiding the dodecahedron's springing blades, you slowly puzzle out the next series of facet positions. As you start to turn the 9th side of the dodecahedron, you suddenly remember a second trap, jets of toxic gas that would form a billowing cloud of lethal, corrosive vapor around a curious meddler. You circumvent the trap with the correct amount of twists, positive that you've nearly unlocked it. You circumvent the dodecahedron's poisonous gas trap and begin to work on the final facet positions. Just as you're locking the 12th pentagon into place, you recollect sorcerous runes hidden within the dodecahedron that would blast the unwitting holder with bolts of magical lightning. After disarming the trap, with the correct number of facet rotations, the dodecahedron clicks and begins to open in your hands. The dodecahedron splits once, twice, and eventually unfolds itself impossibly into a perfectly rectangular tablet the size of a large book. Etched into its surface are a series of bizarre symbols. It looks to be a code or language that you feel should be familiar to you, but it's not. Further examination of the tablet reveals that, by twisting the pentagonal facets that are now on the underside of the tablet, different pages may be displayed across the tablet's face. You finally realize that dodecahedron is a tome or journal of some sort. Until I learn to read this language, I might as well just put it away. Okay. Need to find a scholar or a linguist. We know a linguist named Finum. Okay.
Done.
Still nothing there. Okay. So nothing too revelatory yet. But we did get something we used to own. Which suggests we are on the right track of where we need to be going. Alright, let's go to the public sensoriums.
Done.
I think we have to have these guys enable one at a time. Although I'm not sure. Oh! I noticed that we got charged there. I want to test something real quick. I may not actually change this, but let me see if I actually become a I thought if we became one, we wouldn't
Gained an ability.
get charged. So let's see if we are actually a member. If this changes at all, it does not appear to.
I'm gone.
Oops. Okay, let's see if they still charge me. Oh no, okay. So if I'm a member, if I'm actually a member, I don't get charged. Interesting. Okay, let's be a member then.
All right.
Okay, let me make sure I go back and do what I did previously. After loading. I don't really think there's any reason not to become one, but
I'm gone.
alright, just gonna repeat this stuff real quick. Shouldn't take that long.
All right.
So learn. This goes you. This goes here. This goes here. That's for selling. That's for selling. Try and go through this very quickly to get back where we were. Okay.
I'm gone.
Sure, I have spells memorized here.
right.
Okay. Redo the dodecahedron real quick.
Updated my journal.
Okay. Already back to where we were.
I'm gone.
Now we'll go to the sensoriums again and actually start looking at those things.
Done.
Need to get a splinter to send us there again.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Okay, I think I already asked about this one, so I should be able to use it. Yeah. Begin the sensation. The experience is a short and violent one, struggling with another, slightly stronger man on the edge of a blazing hot stream of molten lava. Your weapon hand is slowly, inexorably, forced ever closer to the magma. Beads of sweat evaporate the instant they appear. The hair on the back of your hand blackens and smolders above the awesome heat. Finally, your howls of suffering echoing from the canyon walls around you. Your hand, in the axe it holds, plunges into the lava and chars to ash in a few agonizing seconds. The experience seems to have stirred some long-forgotten, vaguely similar memory in your mind. You feel as if you gained something from using the sensory stone.
I'm gone.
I wonder if I can do more than one of these at a time. Like unlock all of them at once. So I can just do like one conversation and go around each one. Tender love. Your eyes are closed. You can sense yourself standing on the tips of your toes, pressed against someone tightly. Soft, soft lips brush against yours, giving you the most gentle of kisses. Your heart seems to flutter in your chest, and you feel as if you could fall backwards and simply float off into space. These are what, $7.50 a piece? This one is called a mind-numbing tedium. Amazing. The experience couldn't be more than a few minutes long, but hours seemed to pass. A long, boring lecture in the driest, dustiest halls of the University of Chalm and Sigil. You look about the vast hall, hoping to catch someone's eye to pull a face at, but the other students are either asleep or staring listlessly into space. You drop your quill pen, pick it up, and drop it again, just for something to do. You consider stabbing yourself in the eye with it, just to see if your senses haven't been wholly numbed by the incredible boredom. Amazing. Let's do sheer wonder. Hesitantly, you open your mouth and take a shallow breath, and water flows into your lungs like cool air. You smile and take a deep breath, gawking in all directions as you slowly sink to the bottom of the harbor, where hundreds of colorful fish weave through twisting tracks of brilliant coral. As your feet touch bottom, you peer up at the keel of your ship and laugh aloud with joy, a string of great bubbles shooting up towards the surface. Hey, what about consuming impatience? You stand debating with Omnos, the horribly slow, keeper of the Lion Key, as to whether or not your quest is important enough for him to relinquish the artifact into your care. The whole experience is an exercise in sheer torment. Each and every one of his words is followed by a significant pause. Each and every point he makes is reiterated time and again before he lets you speak. You present an argument, then wait, and wait, and wait while he makes his counterpoint, to which you shoot out a snappy counterpoint of your own. Then you must wait yet again for another of Omnis's drawling, meandering, seemingly endless counterpoints. It's everything you can do to simply not lop the fiend's tusked head off and snatch the key from the twitching corpse. Hey, cuz. How are you? Let's do a tired surrender. Got an ad coming up shortly, by the way. Shuddering, chattering, hoping behind hope to be found. You curl into yourself beneath a blanket of snow to save what little warmth you have left, fighting to keep your eyes open, to remain awake. You become aware that you can no longer feel your arms, your legs, the ice against your face, and tired, so tired, you at last resign to the inevitable. You close your eyes, bidding sleep a bitter welcome as the sense of loss forces a single tear, doomed to crystallize before it even reaches your cheek, from your aching eyes. This is a wonderful model. Thank you! I love it, I love it, I love it. Yay! Thank you. Alright, let's see if we can squeeze in one more sensation before the ad. You find yourself coupling with a succubus, creature of such intense otherworldly beauty that even her fiend's horns and thrashing tail give you no pause. She gasps under you. You desire her so completely that the whole of your existence seems focused towards this single goal. As your life explodes from you in a starry burst, you hear the delighted laughter of the succubus as she drains you dry, leaving your body but a soulless husk. Bah! Alright. Still more sensations to go. Oh, wait, I think we did all the basic ones. So psychosis. Good. The stone you shall want to use is in the smaller chambers. Okay, so we do the same.
Were you raised in the hive?
Yeah. Random
Mind your own business, succubus.
interjection here.
To say to you. Very well then.
Greatness will one day.
Wow, great
All right.
great little interaction there. Okay, I think I can do each of these a second time with different sensations, but the ad's gonna start here soon. So we're gonna do that first. Alright, we'll be back after the ads.